Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with the trailer. I think it's the second trailer for Gladiator 2. Zach and
Starting 3, 2.
we love for how much we love that first Gladiator movie. It wasn't a movie we incorporated into our lexicon canon. There's nothing really in there that we like idolized as a kid. I think we weren't like young when it came out.
Quoted it. We've quoted it for years though.
Yeah, but I guess it wasn't.
Frost. Sometimes it makes the blades stick.
Yeah, there's that one.
And then Quintus. We brought that up several times.
Sheathe your sword! Yeah. Okay, you're right. We did say that.
And
so I love this movie.
We've brought that in. So there are several things that we've kept. It didn't become part of our everyday, like you mentioned, the lexicon. We didn't have it in like our Rolodex of things like Hook. Like,
the Hook and the Patriot. And even though we were slightly older, but the Gangs in New York.
It's not one of those movies, but it definitely stuck with us forever.
It's certainly one of the greater movies I've seen. It's in my top 100 movies for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't need a sequel personally, but we watched the first trailer, and I thought it looked cool. Yeah.
It's one of those things where I just need to see it to justify its existence.
Yeah, if it's good, I'm going to love it. If it's not good, I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not good, then why'd you even fucking bother?
But the first trailer, I think I'll speak for both of us, it looked good, the first trailer. I think we were questioning, like, Denzel's character, who is he, and is he the emperor? Like, no, like, there's, like, co-emperors, and they're kind of, like...
The councils.
Flamboyant.
Consuls.
They're kind of flamboyant, I guess. And, yeah, and Denzel, I think he's just, like a low level, like, he's, like, a manager. I think he's trying to rise.
Well, I don't know, I didn't make it that far in my Roman history lessons yet, but I know that Marcus Aurelius selecting Commodus as his heir apparent was kind of considered, like, the downfall of Rome, because a lot of times, up until then, the heir to the empire was usually selected on merit, or certain merits.
Merit's good.
And once they broke away from that, he went with his bloodline.
Yeah. Well, I read that Commodus was actually
he's considered such a wise man.
Yeah.
He made one of the most, like, the unwisest, just his decision that he made ruined his empire.
Yeah. And I think Commodus, from what I understand, he was much worse in real life than even how he's portrayed in the movie.
I know he was weird.
And let me know if I'm wrong.
Welcome. Look into it.
And we're going to have these swords that I kind of liked. Remember?
I do like these swords. The Gladiator swords. And I forget the hell they're called.
Yeah, we're going through Vinland Saga now. We haven't started airing them yet, but liking the show quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Anyways, guys, we're going to watch it and talk about it, so let's jump in.
It is an art, choosing gladiators. They're usually prisoners of war.
It's so funny that he's talking like an American.
He sounds a little different.
He does.
You have something in you. Rage. Never let it go. It will carry you.
Joe Rogan. He's punching Joe Rogan.
Greatness.
Did it look like him?
All I saw was bald.
I own you now. But whose head could I give you to satisfy your fury?
The general will do. Rome has taken everything from me. But I will have my vengeance.
In this life or the next.
Yeah.
There is plenty of pain waiting for you in the next life. I don't know why you are so greedy for it in this one.
Your Majesties.
This is your gladiator.
It is.
Fucking Stranger Things.
But the Emperor's. It will clear my path to the throne. You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument. In this life or the next.
Lucius, take your father's strength. His name was Maximus. I see him in you.
So I'm saying it's his son.
There's a deleted scene where they suggest that it was his son, Lucius.
That she's pregnant.
No, he's... That is the kid from Stranger Things.
Oh. Eddie.
Everything is forgotten in time. Empires fall. So do emperors. This is war!
The odds are against you.
The odds are always against me.
Okay. There you have it.
But I like the trailer. I feel like I just need to see the movie, honestly. Like, it certainly...
I find it amusing that Denzel is talking just like he would be in a gangster film.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, because I think
Denzel's great. It's just...
Yeah.
But, come on, I mean...
But common, because there's a... I mean, we have kind of we hear Russell's accent a little bit. We...
that's not that bad.
Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, he just kind of talking, I think, like him.
I know, but he doesn't have a strong...
Oh, you mean he sounds like Denzel, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he sounds like just a...
Yeah, he does sound like Denzel, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Denzel a lot, but it's just... I mean, it stands out like a sore thumb.
No, I hear you.
But I might watch the movie and think differently. I didn't know that I needed to see anything about his son. I felt like at the end of the first one, he achieved everything he needed to.
Well,
the story needed
that's
to.
Lucius from the first movie. He's a little boy. He's a long-haired, skinny kid.
So they're suggesting that Lucius was his son to begin with.
Yeah, there's a deleted scene where it suggests that, well, he's really your kid.
Okay.
And I think the idea, what I remember, I think from the director's commentary, was like, no one really knows.
Okay.
But if they're going with that, then she still doesn't know, but she'll use that to motivate him. So he's your father. You got his strength, and it might just be the dad, the actual dad,
What's he doing as a slave?
So after the first trailer came out, I read that, after everything...
I mean, it looked like he wasn't a slave. He was taking a slave.
Like she sent him away because she wanted to get him far from Rome. Because they had a lot of enemies after that because she was in the same administration as her terrible husband-brother guy. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So they were going to kill him. So she sent him away. But the Roman Empire kept expanding and it conquered wherever he came, and he became a slave.
Brought him back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's good, I mean, it's going to be great. I'm glad. I love Gladiator. I know in the first one, they wouldn't give Ridley Scott the budget to do all the... and it's crazy that they did this, but all the battles where they're on ships and stuff.
Oh, in the Coliseum?
In the actual Coliseum, they fucking filled up with water.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. They were far ahead of their time, and then the world was plunged very far backwards after the fall of Rome.
Yeah. And what's funny is that I remember the first one came out, they were like, I guess people who don't know anything about history, they're like, oh, they're going over the top with the water thing. Like, do you really think they would? It's stupid to believe that they would have done that. And then some guy, he wrote this thing, he put a link. It's like, I think it was an IGN. He's like, they literally did that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Pretty impressive.
And they were trying to do it in the first movie, but, they didn't trust him yet, I guess.
Wouldn't trust Ridley Scott.
He did Alien. I'm trying to think what else he did besides...
Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
Alien.
Yeah.
I mean, these are some of the most
you're
impactful
right.
films in cinematic history.
Maybe
they're like, we don't know.
Maybe it was maybe it was the animals. I don't know.
You and Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'd say I didn't know Russell Crowe before Gladiator myself.
I can't say that.
I know he turned down.
But we were young.
Wolverine a bunch of times.
We were also young.
Yeah.
Back then, and I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it seemed like he made that splash, and then he was in all like LA Confidential.
Yeah.
And several other movies at the time, Romper Stomper, which I never.
He was just on the Joe Rogan podcast, I guess. He's smoking a cigarette on there.
Oh, he's like plump now.
He's really plump. Yeah, I guess he was always plump. He just lost weight for Gladiator.
Did he?
Yeah.
Got into shape.
Yeah, I love that first movie.
Well, I love him in The Nice Guys.
Yeah,
One of my favorite
you showed me that
movies I've
movie,
ever
and it's
seen,
fucking
and
hilarious. Nice Guys is so funny.
He's hilarious as hell.
They're underwater.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the scene when they're up in the penthouse, and those guys are getting shot.
Yeah.
And they look out the window, door, and look back, and they get back in. They're going back down, and it shows the guys falling out the window.
Yeah.
Behind them. It's a fantastic movie.
No, I think the action looked good. I know some people were complaining because there was like some kind of hip hop song in the first one. I mean, that doesn't bother me. I know that's not going to be like a theme throughout the movie. But I love Pedro Pascal. I don't know who this kid is, but he's great. I think he's cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, it remains to be seen. I'm just going to say that much.
He didn't blow me away like that damn Thunderbolt trailer.
My biggest thing, the Thunderbolt trailer is what's hooked me this evening. This I feel is something that's just going to have to, the proof's going to be in the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I didn't need it. Yeah. I wasn't sitting back thinking to myself, man, I wish they made another Gladiator movie.
What I think what might be going against it, and this might just be me talking nonsense, but I think it has to be very good or people might write it off. Because it might just be something that just came out and it wasn't Gladiator 2.
It was just,
it'd be an amazing movie. Mm-hmm. But now it has to live up to that name. I hope it does. We want it to, certainly.
Well, they're also going with the same formula. He's a slave.
Fighting his way to freedom.
Fighting his way to freedom.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just, okay, you're doing the same damn thing again. It's just like, The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
You're literally giving me the same plot.
Yeah.
Maybe with some better spectacles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's just supposed to be a popcorn action flick.
Yeah.
That's supposed to just, hey, we need another one of these.
Yeah.
Let's give him one. Easy cash grab.
I know he was playing in this for like 10, 12 years. He mentioned it, but he just never made it. I think...
That's Scott that's doing this one, too.
Yeah. He's writing it, producing, directing.
Yeah, but that man...
He's old.
It's not that he's old. He's just... He gave us a lot of movies we didn't need. And the most decent Alien franchise film that I've seen in years was Romulus, and he didn't direct it.
Yeah.
So...
No, I hear you. Well, I mean, I could be wrong, but I know he's involved. I mean, I think he's directing it. I don't know if he considers himself a writer, but he's very much... Let me look real quick. Depending on the producer, sometimes producers do nothing. Sometimes they're running the show. Yeah. Sometimes they're running the whole show. Ridley Scott is directing it.
And it remains to be seen. I feel like that man, I mean, he gave us, the Alien, he gave us Blade Runner, he gave us the original Gladiator.
Yeah.
And other than that, I can't think of anything meaningful.
I know Blade Runner 2049, he was a producer, and he was like the guy. Like, I know it was directed by a villain.
Well, you can tell that the Frenchman...
Yeah.
No, French-Canadian, sorry.
Yeah. They don't like each other.
Well, you can see that he's...
Mm-hmm. He put his stamp on it.
Yeah, it's very much his film.
It's very like art housey.
Yeah.
His long shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it worked very well for that.
No, I love that.
It worked very much for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, love Ryan Gosling. Yeah, I don't know anything else. I want it to be good.
That's why.
What?
That's why I made it. It's another Canadian.
Yeah, probably. No, I think it looks good. I want it to be great, and I hope it lives up to the name. So, because I just...
There's big shoes to fill.
Yeah, we don't... So, unlike some channels, we don't want movies to fail. Like, we want them to be good.
Well, I don't want to sit here for 2.5, 3 hours in a shitty movie. And then be bitched at by him if I'm giving it shit.
Exactly.
So, I don't want to do that to myself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to endure that. So, I want it to be good. It's just I have to wonder because I wasn't asking for it. So, you better make it good.
Well, we weren't asking for Red One, Zach. And I'm telling you, it looks fucking sweet. Check out that show that we actually do. All right, guys, we're out of here.